Hi, Facebook. How are you today? I pray everyone's having a blessed day. Um, I want to talk about something that keeps coming up in conversation, something that keeps coming up. Even on Facebook, some groups are talking about it. They have talked about it. About men that sleep around, right? We have to stop making excuses for men's poor behavior. It is just as nasty. It is just as disgusting. It is just as demeaning. It is just as disrespectful. It is just as careless when a man sleeps around the same way a woman sleeps around. We have to stop making like, oh, if a man cheats, it's not that bad because, men will be men. No, no, no. Stop the BS. It's disgusting. It's demeaning. It's disrespectful. It's just as disrespectful as when a woman does it. Can we stop trying to make it be like, oh, well, men. No, 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 no. No, no. I hope that this generation, and even with my generation, because I'm 43 years old, I hope that y'all are teaching your kids, your sons, that it's not cool to sleep around. I've told my sons that. Yeah, you're a boy. Yeah, you're going to come across a lot of easy girls, okay? Don't trust them, because if they don't respect themselves, they're definitely not going to respect you. STDs, gonorrhea, herpes, all that stuff, it has no name on it. It doesn't say, oh, well, he's a man, so I'm not going to burn him. I'm not going to transmit from her body to his because he's a man. AIDS doesn't care what you are. AIDS doesn't care if you're gay. AIDS doesn't care if you're straight. It doesn't care if you're a woman, a girl, a young boy, or an older man. You sleep around because you have issues, right? Some people have been molested when they were kids. Some people were raped when they were kids, and they grew up with that spirit on them of wanting that feeling. It didn't matter from who. It didn't matter how they got it. They just want it, right? So some people act out on it. They have problems because of what happened to them when they were kids, right? At the end of the day, it doesn't make it okay. I'm sorry. It's still nasty. It's still demeaning. It's still disrespectful to themselves and whoever else. Understand? But I understand that some people grow up with some issues. Then you have people that are just nasty. I'm sorry. They'll sleep with anybody, anywhere, anyhow. They don't care who they get it from. Then you got the people that are nymphos. Whatever name you want to give it, at the end of the day, it's a problem. It's not good. It's not good. And it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. Whether a man is cheating or a woman is cheating, it's both nasty, it's both disgusting, it's both demeaning, and it's disrespectful. Can we stop trying to say, oh, well, it's different from a man? No, it's not different from a man. It's not. And I don't know, what woman in their right mind, and I'm going to say that, so whoever wants to feel offended, they can feel offended, looks at a man and knows that this man is sleeping around with multiple women, or this man is married and is obviously sleeping with his wife, and want to have sexual interaction with this man. Something is wrong with you. I don't care what anybody says. Understand? Argue about it with your mama. Talk about it with your friends. You're going to make your comments on here. That's your opinion. That's fine. Nobody in their right mind wants somebody that's going around sleeping around with people, because that person is not respecting themselves. That person is being reckless with their own body. What makes you think this person is going to look at you and have respect for you? If a man's sleeping around with different women, he doesn't care. He doesn't care that he can get AIDS, he can get gonorrhea, herpes, none of that stuff. He doesn't care that he can get them pregnant either, 9 times out of 10, right? So you cannot trust that man to look at you and have that respect for you and have that consideration for you and say, well, I'm with you, so I'm not going to sleep around with nobody because I don't want to give you something if I catch something. He's not going to care. He's just going to add you to the list. That's all he's going to do. That man is no different from a woman that's out here sleeping around with different dudes. Okay? She has no respect for herself. She has no respect for her body. She's reckless. She's reckless because she's putting herself at risk to catch anything from anybody. Again, if she doesn't care about her own body, men, she's not going to care about you. We need to stop doing this stuff where we allow men to be reckless with their lives, with their bodies, and the way they go about things. And then when it's a woman doing it, oh, but no, 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 no. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If you're a cheater, it's okay for her to cheat. Right back on you. If you're sleeping around, right? It's okay for the woman to sleep around. Because who do you think you're going to be sleeping around with? Because I'm going to tell you right now, any woman that respects herself, any woman that respects her body, is not going to lay up with a man that she knows is out here sleeping around with women and putting her at risk to catch gonorrhea, herpes, AIDS, and a whole bunch of other sexual transmitted diseases that they don't even talk about. These are just the common ones. These are just the common ones. Okay? I understand that people are young and they do reckless things and they grow up and they mature and they're not that person anymore. But at the end of the day, we need to stop making excuses for these type of behaviors in men and in women. It's not good. It's not good. And you cannot get mad if somebody says to you, you know what, I heard about you. I heard you was like this back in the day, blah, 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 blah. Unless it's a lie, then you have no business getting mad that this person doesn't want to deal with you because of your past. Because if you was out here messing around, or if you are out here messing around, sleeping around with every Tom, Dick, Harry, Slow Joe, Mo, whoever, right? And this person knows that and you approach them and they don't want to be bothered with you, give them their respect. How you getting mad that somebody don't want to deal with you because of your past? My husband's past was no joke. And I listen, it took a lot of praying. It took a lot of praying for me to be with that man. Understand? Because I have to say, well, you know what? He's not that person anymore. God gave me this man. God told me this was my husband. I'm going to trust that God gave me a husband that has been changed. You understand what I'm saying? But the second that man slips up and acts crazy, I'm gone. Because nobody on this earth is worth catching gonorrhea, catching herpes, and definitely not catching AIDS. I know a lot of women, okay, or they end up forgiving their husbands or their boyfriends for cheating on them or for sleeping around and all this other stuff. God bless you. God cover you. I'm not going to play Jeopardy with my life. If I'm not out here running crazy, sleeping around with whoever I feel like sleeping around with, being reckless and disrespectful with my body, why would I be with a man that's getting around? And love has nothing to do with it. I don't want people telling me, oh, well, you don't love. No, 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 baby. You better learn how to respect yourself. You better learn how to respect yourself. And like I said, this generation and even people my age, I hope you're teaching your sons that sleeping around is not cool. You don't got to sleep with every girl that comes in your inbox and your DMs. I've warned my son about girls like that plenty of times. Plenty of times. If she doesn't respect herself, she's not going to respect you. If she doesn't have any regards for her own body, she's not going to have no regard for you. If she's sitting there burning and she wants to get some, she's not going to care that, oh, I'm not going to sleep around with anybody because I don't want to transmit this disease to somebody else. She's going to go get hers and burn you, and every time Dick, Harry, and pervert and you name it, she's going to give it to whoever she wants to give it to. And don't get me wrong, every girl that caught a disease didn't get a disease from sleeping around, but guess what? They stayed with a man that is sleeping around. You can't help who you love. I understand that. But women better learn to have standards. And I hate the fact that the world and society try to make excuses for men that are out here being reckless, nasty, and disgusting. Okay? Spreading their seed, injecting their stuff, and anything and everything moving. I'm really pissed that people make excuses for men like this because it needs to stop. Don't sit here and talk junk about a woman that's sleeping around when you was a dog too. Don't sit here and talk about a woman cheating when you've been a cheater too. There's a lot of that coming up. I had to check one of my homeboys. He's pissed off because his girlfriend cheated on him. Dude, you've been cheating on this girl since the day you met her. You got more bodies on you than she does. So because you're a man, it's okay? No. It goes so much deeper. It goes so much deeper than just, I love him, so I'm going to stay with him. Ladies, y'all better think twice. For those that do care, or claim you clear about your body, you care about yourself and your body, your life, because like I said, AIDS is still out there and people love bragging about having side dudes and side chicks. We live in a generation where people think it's cute to be on a down low. People think it's cute to cheat. People think it's cute to just be out here running around recklessly, being in relationships and trying to get with other people. Listen, stop it. Y'all look crazy as hell. Y'all look crazy as hell. And then when all hell's breaking loose on you, when AIDS comes knocking on that door, right? Herpes and gonorrhea and other things that's out there that you can't get rid of, right? You want to cry and you want to play victim. No, you did this to yourself. You did this to yourself. Y'all think it's cute to be sitting out here running around because, oh, well, niggas do it, because that's how people talk. Oh, well, niggas do it, men do it, so I can do it too. Okay. When gonorrhea and AIDS come knocking on your door, have that same energy. When these dudes are out here showing your pictures to people, with DMs, with text messages about your personal business, having herpes, having gonorrhea, having AIDS, and they forwarding it to their friends like, yo, don't sleep with this girl, or oh, don't mess around with this dude because this dude got AIDS, girl, and blah 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 blah. Don't sit here and get mad about either. Have that same energy. Have that same proud energy about how you was bragging about sleeping with people's men or people's women or having side dudes or having side girls or I don't ran through everything in here. Okay, you don't ran through everything in there. And you're going to sit here and say that you never caught nothing? That's a lie. That's a lie. Maybe some of you have been really lucky not to get burnt, but most of y'all have. A lot of people out here running around with AIDS and ain't telling nobody. They look healthier than me and everybody on my friend list on Facebook. And they have full-blown AIDS. I've taken care of people that have AIDS and they looked healthier than me. Okay? But because they caught COVID, it broke their body down. But because they caught the flu, it broke their body down. So they had to be in a nursing home for rehabilitation, right? Full-blown AIDS. Look healthier than me and you. Could probably run circles around me. Full-blown AIDS. Good looking too. Nice looking too. So we need to teach these boys that it's not okay to be running through everything that comes in a DM. It ain't cool to sleep with every girl that's throwing cooch at them. It's not cool. It's disgusting. Be selective in who you lay down with. Be selective. Be very selective. And keep your numbers down. Keep your body count down. Women, by the time y'all are my age, 40 years old, not even 30, don't nobody want to be in a serious relationship with you because you done got around so bad when you were in your 20s. I've seen that happen to several people. Everybody don't had you. As the saying goes, why milk the cow when you can get it for free? You can't get mad at these dudes that don't want to settle with you because they know you don't been ran through. And don't get me wrong, I know guys out here be lying about who they be sleeping with. I know they do. But nowadays, baby, social media and these phones, people come with facts. People come with facts. I don't sat somewhere and listen to a whole conversation between three dudes, literally passing their phones to each other, texting each other like, look at this one, you know, she burning and this and that, and she gave homeboy this and she gave homeboy that. Oh yeah, and then homeboy was sleeping with this one and got this one pregnant, and now she talking about she burning, and now his girlfriend's talking about she burning, and blah 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 blah. Oh, and you know so and so, homegirl was messing with him, and you know he got AIDS. They're coming with facts. They're coming with text messages. They're coming with videos. You name it, they're like. They're coming with facts. It's not just no more he say, she say. Y'all are on here on Facebook prancing your pictures around and all this other stuff, and dudes are having full-blown conversation about your personal business because you don't slept with so many dudes. You don't burnt about 3 of their friends. Who's gonna wife that? I'm just asking. And the same thing goes for a man. Because there were a lot of guys that I turned down back in the day because I knew that they were getting around. They were sleeping with about 5 of my friends. And then wonder why I would never talk to them. You crazy as hell. You bugging. You done ran through just 5 people I know. Ain't no telling who else you running through. Parents, raise your sons Raise your daughters. Have these conversations with them. It ain't cool to be sleeping around. It ain't good to be no side chick. It gives you a stigma. It gives you a stigma. My own husband said it. I wasn't trying to wife nobody that was my side chick. They were good to sleep around with back then. I ain't wifing no side chick. What I look like. I've heard this come from other men. There are other men that have said that. She was my side chick. I ain't wifing that. What I look like. It's a double standard. These dudes will sit here and be the biggest dogs and then still have the nerves to look at a woman that they slept around with while they were out being dogs, right? Because she was being a dog right along with them, right? And say, I'm not wifing that. Oh, she was good enough for you to lay up with her, but she wasn't good enough for you to wife. Y'all women better get it together, because some of y'all are grown. Some of y'all are my age, in your 40s and your 50s, still out here living recklessly. And wonder why you can't even get a man to give you a decent conversation, much less wife you or take you serious. And for you men, get it together, because you're going to come across that right woman that you're going to fall in love with, and they're not going to want to be bothered, because they're going to be like, oh, hell no, I remember back in the day you got around, and you probably still do. I'm all set. Because there were guys that I wouldn't talk to them once I knew who they were dealing with. I was like, that's what you're dealing with? I'm all set. I'm all set. Call it judgmental, call it small-minded, call it whatever you want to call it. I don't know why this generation is so sexual. And I want to say that it started with my generation, because that's when the whole down low BS started. People creeping with each other's boyfriend and girlfriends or husbands and wives. I'm sure they did it back in our grandparents' days too. But my generation, it was like, that's when it started to be like popular and okay for a lot of people. And now that our kids are in their 20s, it's ridiculous. I have 2 sons. They tell me all the time, I ain't getting no girlfriend no time soon. These girls are all HOEs out here. You be thinking they're decent, and then next thing you know, they don't mess around with like 5 of your friends. You know what I'm saying? Or they don't ran a train on her. And then I'm like, and I would tell my sons, like, you can't believe everything you hear. And they're like, nah, our friends are coming with facts. They're coming with videos and text messages and inboxes and conversations that you can see that these things were being done. And I've always told my sons, it's not cool for a man to be sleeping around. Don't let the world tell you that it is, because it's not. You're young boys, yeah, your hormones or whatever, but if you never learn to control yourself, you'll never have control of anything. It's not cool for these boys to be out here running around rampant either. It's disgusting. It's just as disgusting as a girl. Just as nasty. Just as demeaning. Just as reckless. Just as disrespectful. So please, let's stop this. Oh, it's different from a man. No, it's not. No, it's not. And you women out here, y'all make it so easy. Y'all make it too easy for these dudes to like be low bar, be like no standards, no respect, no nothing. Y'all make it so easy because y'all stay throwing yourselves at these dudes. And 90% of the time, these men ain't even interested in you. But y'all be all up in their DMs, all up in their inbox, all up in their text messages trying to get with them. Let the men at least show some kind of interest in you first before you go throwing yourselves at them. Women have set the bar so low nowadays. It's scary. It's scary. Okay? I've seen men respect relationships more than I've seen women. Women will see a man in a relationship and they will go out of their way to mess with that man. They will keep going after him and after him and after him until he finally says, all right, F it. Let's go. Let's mess around. Let's do this. Blah, 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 blah. I've seen with my old 2 eyes. I've seen that over and 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 over again. Men, I've seen men be like, oh, okay, she got a man, I'm good. I know she had a man. Or I know you had a man, all right, you know, and keep it moving. Women, oh, y'all think it's so funny. Y'all think it's so cute to be like that. And then with that same dude you open up your legs to, dogs you are, and don't want nothing to do with you after, you feel some type of way. Y'all make it too easy for these men to set the bar so low. These men don't even have to bring up their standards. These men don't even have to think twice about being a better man or being a good man, a decent man when it comes to his sexuality. Y'all take whatever. Y'all don't even be caring. Y'all go after it too. So all of that to say this, people usually inbox me and ask me questions and do comment and be like, oh, how you feel about this? How you feel about that? But this conversation has been popping up a lot on Facebook. I know somebody posted that, the pheromones and the hormones, whatever, that come out of a man when he's having sex attracts other women. Baby, I never been attracted to no man that had a woman. I never been attracted to a man that got around. So I don't know. I guess it's something in the chemicals. I don't know what it is, but I haven't experienced that. Knowing that a man has a woman or sleeps around and be like, yeah, I want that. I want that same dude that done stuck his dingling in everybody, and then I want him inside of me. No, that was never a thought. That was never a thought. If a man try to talk to me and I find out he has a girlfriend, he's cut off. Ain't no conversation, no nothing. No, we can't even be friends because I know what your intentions are. Please, for those parents that are out there, whether your kids are in their 20s, early teens, whatever, sit down and talk to these kids about the sexual immorality that's going on in the world today, because it's not cool, it's not funny, it's not cute, it's demeaning, it's disrespectful, it's disgusting. And when they come across the right person and that person don't want nothing to do with them because of what they're doing, whether it was in their past or their present, they can't say nothing. Don't tell people, oh, you shouldn't be judging me. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. You shouldn't have been so reckless with your body. You shouldn't have been so reckless with your life. Because really, that's what you're doing. You're playing Russian roulette with your life. Cut it out. If you have a problem and you can't control yourself, go seek help. Go seek help. Please. Because I promise you're going to come across the right person and you're going to say, oh, well, if it's the right person for me, they're going to love me for me. No, they're still going to have some issues like, damn, this dude got around back in the day. Because that was my issue. I was like, I don't know if I want, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I had somebody that was very close to me and I loved him to death. God knows I love that man. I love that man. He passed away. A very good friend of mine. I love him. I love him. God knows I love that man. But that man could never come to me and say, I think we should be together, because he got around when he was younger. And those thoughts still lingered in my head. So, no. Nope. And like I said, and God had to really talk to me about my husband. He had to talk to me and 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 talk to me. Because it ain't cool, man. It's disgusting. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. It's disgusting. No matter how you want to spin it, no matter how you want to make light of it, it's disgusting. It's gross. I'm sorry. I wish people were picky with who they slept with and who they gave their body to and how easily they gave their body to, as picky as they are about what they eat. Because I've came across a lot of those too. I don't put anything in my body. I only put good food. Well, I wish you were that picky about your partners too, or the people you choose to sleep around with. Let's be real. For women or for men, it's disgusting. No excuse. No excuse at all. And like I said, if you have a problem from growing up, things that happened to you when you were a kid, go seek help, man, because this is not cool. It's not cool. It's not cute. And it shouldn't be acceptable when you are trying to get into a relationship with somebody, or when you are in a relationship with somebody. People shouldn't be accepting that. I'm sorry. Just because you love somebody doesn't mean you should stay with them when they're out here cheating on you and doing all type of crazy stuff. Because guess what? You loving them isn't going to stop AIDS from coming to knock on your door. You loving them isn't going to stop herpes from coming to knock on your door. It ain't going to stop gonorrhea. It ain't going to stop trichonoma and all these other diseases that mess your body up and kill you. Because there are other diseases, sexual diseases, that can kill you, not just AIDS. AIDS is just a well-known one. So parents, uncle, aunts, whatever, older cousins, sit down and talk to these boys and these girls about sexual morality, because it's killing a lot of people. It's killing a lot of people spiritually. People don't want to talk about that though. But it is. But it is. And for a lot of you females out here that wonder why ain't nobody wifing you down, do a body count. Especially when you don't mess around with friends. Girls be thinking it's cute. I mess with his friends and you think these dudes ain't out here talking like women do? Men talk just like women do. Matter of fact, men talk even more. Because all the information I don't got from dudes, not from females, from dudes about other females and other dudes that are out here burning and this and that and the other was way more detailed than what I've gotten from other females. Ever. And my friends tell me everything, honey. Matter of fact, I've had people tell me their business that I don't even know who they are. I just don't repeat what people tell me. But 9 times out of 10, it was dudes breaking it down. Names. They had receipts, honey. They had names. They had dates. They had DMs. They had text messages. They allowed me to listen to phone calls that were going on, arguments about who burnt who. You females out here playing yourself and setting the bar so low. So low. It's unbelievable. We have to do better. Parents, talk to your children. Don't assume that your child is good. Don't assume that your daughter is this girl that's going to be like, no, I'm going to be respectful of my body. Sit down and have that conversation with them. Sit down and have that conversation with them. Sit down and have that conversation also that it's not healthy to be with a guy that sleeps around, because he's putting you at risk for AIDS and all type of other crazy stuff. Not only drama from some crazy girl he might end up sleeping with, but AIDS is real. It's still out here. I don't know. People act like AIDS just walked away and forgot. Like, AIDS is still out here. And people are still getting it and not reporting it and not protecting themselves. Because they're pissed that they got it. So guess what? They're going to share it with whoever they can share it with. And a lot of these people look healthier than me, you, and everybody on my friend list. So please be mindful. Parents, please have that talk. If you're a teacher, I don't care. Bring it up and have that talk with your students whenever school starts again. Or if you have summertime, you know, they want to sit here and say, oh, you can't talk. No, let's talk about it. They have sex ed, right? They're talking to little babies about transgenders. They can talk about this. You can talk about this with your students. And I suggest that you do. Any adult in the family, talk to your children. Talk to your children. I tell my boys all the time, I don't care how nice she is. I don't care how nice her personality is. I don't care if you think she's an angel. You be mindful of who you sticking your dingling in, honey. Be mindful. And always protect yourself. And no, every girl that comes in your inbox and your text message or in your presence and shaking her butt and her breast in your face, you don't have to sleep with. Because if she's doing that with you, best believe she's doing that to somebody else and a couple of others. So with that being said, Facebook, please have a blessed day. Have a blessed week. Enjoy.